symbol of the correcting of police misconduct all over this country, and who has stood and held the line. Let us hear from Nicole Paultre-Bell.
What they are doing is just causing more pain for my family.
That's right. Right.
They're just throwing salt in the wound.
That's right. That's what they do.
And then they do this right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Sean will never be home for Christmas again.
Yeah. Right.
He'll never come home again. Right. Sean was killed in Queens.
Murdered.
My family was ruined in Queens.
Right.
These cops were indicted in Queens.
Right.
And this trial should stay in Queens.
In Queens, for Sean Bell and himself and Trent. Let's hear from Brother Joe Guzman.
First off by saying S, we love you.
All right.
But mad at him. Change the venue. Out of Queens. Richard Brown says 2.3 million people in the county of Queens.
Right.
We can't get 12 in Washington.
Right.
It started in Queens. It happened in Queens.
Yes.
The people of Queens should try this. Okay.
Right. Teach us.
We looking for justice on February 4th. It started justice because it's going to be long. It's going to be a long process. It started justice on February 4th.
I want everybody here, everybody under the sound of my voice in Radio Land, all of our allies in labor and in other civil rights organizations and civil rights leaders, as well as elected officials, to be here with the victims on Saturday morning, January 5th. By then, the motion will have been filed and we will be in mobilization mode to have a rally to surround the appellate court on that day. These appellate judges need to see visibly and physically the outrage of the insult that this is to the process of citizens in this city, in this state, and in this country. Some of y'all live in Queens. And I've never heard where in every high-profile police case, you got to move it out of town to get a fair jury. This is absolutely ludicrous. And if it is in any way attempted, it will break the back of the confidence of the public in any proceeding when it relates to police. You can't, within the span of 10 years, have the two highest profile cases of police brutality in the city and you don't try them in the city. What are you saying to the people of the city? That they do not, in the minds of the criminal justice system, have the ability to be fair? Or are you sending the signal that if police get in trouble and they get on the front page, we will cover them so that we live under where the police have no right that we will not uphold? They are never, the citizens have no right when it comes to questioning the criminal behavior of police. That is intolerable, inexcusable, and cannot be allowed. Dr. King was smeared. The FBI bugged his hotel room and his private life and sent the tapes to his wife. He was indicted for income tax. He was called the most notorious liar in the country by the head of the FBI at that time, J. Cahoon. And he was finally killed. McEvers was killed. Goodman, Cheney, and Swerner killed. I'm talking about shot down in cold blood. The struggle and the progress that was made over bloodshed and nights in jail and families torn apart. But they paid the price that made it possible for you to live in
better communities and for you to go to better schools and for you to have better jobs. And every time you get up that elevator at your job, you ought to think of the price that was paid. Sometimes I ride downtown America, in whatever city I am, and think how many people of color going up with these great titles and these skyscrapers, and never forget a price that was paid to send them up there.
That's right.
Never think about the cold nights grandmama spent jails in Birmingham
Right.
and in Selma,
Right.
so that you would have an opportunity. Nothing you got, somebody didn't pay a price so you could get it.
That's right. Fact.
I was talking to some of the artists the other night. I was telling them, even in your glitter and glamour, a price was paid.
That's right.
Yeah, you out now, big stars, huge stage, MTV, VH1, all of that. But it was people that rode the chitlin circuit
Yes.
that had to work in venues where they couldn't even go in the front door.
All right. All right.
Jay Brown used to tell me about how he used to have to dress in the car because they played in halls where they wouldn't let blacks use the dressing room.
Right. That's right.
And they took all of those indignities and broke through our music to where the whole world wanted to hear our music. And that's where you got your Jay-Z's and your Ushers and your others from. People paid a price for you.
Right.
When Adam Clayton Powell went to Congress,
Yeah.
they didn't even let black congressmen use the barbershop.
That's right.
They wouldn't have let blacks sit in the Capitol Hill dining room.
That's right.
There was a black congressman from Chicago named William Dawson who used to bring his lunch from home and eat in his office. And Adam Clayton Powell was the first black man in Congress to say, I'm going to eat where the other members of Congress eat. If you cut their hair, you're going to cut mine. If you got a massage for them, you're going to massage me. And he went in and was called the N-word and was castigated. But because Adam Powell took the disgrace and the insult, that's where a Colin Powell and a Barack Obama come from. Don't act like y'all brought them there. We paid the price. One of the most despicable tricks of history is that after the price is paid, now they come back and try to trick the children into hating the parents that paid the price for them.
Right.
I want y'all to get this good.
Yeah.
This whole division that they're trying to play in our community, that they do not play in any other community, where they try to reward people that are young who will castigate the ones that paved the way for them. This whole battle